What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Whole Views, and today we're going to be talking about Spiderhead, a new movie just debuted on Netflix. Subscribe to the page if you haven't so far. Most of the views we get are from the unsubscribed, and I'd appreciate it if you hit subscribe, hit the alerts, and came back and check out more movie reviews and trailer reactions, because that tends to be what we do. Talking about the movie Spiderhead, people always ask the question of what's good on Netflix? Well, Spiderhead is a new movie that is very good in my opinion. I give the movie an 8.4 out of 10 on my scale. When I talk about a movie being good and being top tier cinema, I think this is a top tier film for about 85% of the movie. That last 15%, I want to say maybe 20 to 15 minutes of the movie, it doesn't necessarily fall apart, but it does fall down. So much of the film, to me, and in my opinion, my experience with it, the film feels really high level from the start of it all the way down to that last 20-minute mark. And you're up here the entire time, and then when you get to the last act of the movie, it starts to decline. Not to say that it becomes bad, it just becomes a little bit more familiar, something more that we're used to seeing as an audience, because everything before that felt kind of science fiction. It had thriller elements, and it really felt fresh and new and different. And I liked everything I got from it up until that last portion. I still like the last portion. It unraveled in a way that seems and feels natural. It just didn't feel like it was as high level as everything else was up to that point. Talking about what impressed me most about the film, I would have to say the story as well as the visuals. Story-wise is pretty normal. You have people who have bad decisions that get pushed into a different weird situation to make life better for themselves. And they do that, and then they have to deal with comes with making that decision to temporarily make life better. At the same time, you have good visuals, and the good visuals come right when the movie opens up. It's shot in a way that's unsettling in the beginning, and it delivers on that unsettling aspect, but it's not just unsettling. A lot of it is actually very gorgeous to look at with the opening arrival of some of your characters. So I thought it was very good visually to open up, and it pretty much stayed the course of being visually intriguing, again, up until the midway point, maybe the back half of the movie. You start to realize like, hey, it's kind of being executed more in line with what you see in normal films, like just a regular everyday movie. It's nothing special anymore by the time you get to the end. But the focus has shifted as a movie as well. All the mystique is kind of gone by the time you get to the end, because you realize right along with the characters what is truly going on, because it's presented one way in the beginning of the film, and then you learn with the characters as they go along, and it's like, oh, the mystique is gone now. This is what's happening. I really liked the way that all went along. I would say that the movie is very entertaining, very, very entertaining. You have 4 great performances. Chris Hemsworth doesn't get enough credit because he does so much Marvel stuff, I think. And then the other stuff that he does outside of Marvel tends to be like light and comedic. Here, it's not comedic. It's very creepy. And he comes across as a great bad guy in this movie. Miles Teller, he carries his part of the movie very well. You have Jurnee Smollett, who I really loved in Lovecraft Country. I like to see her present in things. She did a great performance. She's kind of a secondary, maybe third level type character, because you also have Mark Paggio, and I might be saying his name wrong, but he does a great job. He brings a lot of nuance in his performance as well, showing you the passion for science, but then also the humanity of what he's doing in the name of science. So I really liked Mark's performance as well. I thought the whole movie was really good. I don't want to undersell it by saying the last 15-20 minutes kind of fell off, because it did, but that doesn't make this movie any less of a good movie. I think it's a very good time if you sit down and watch it. It's something that I would actually be willing to rewatch, because the ideas that it puts forth are things that I like to kind of think about and dwell on, because I guess I'm a deep thinker. But I like the things that it threw out there, the idea of these wonder drugs. And also, I came into this movie cold. I only saw part of one trailer. I was busy that day, watched a piece of it, had to go do some things, didn't come back and see what the movie was actually about. And I was pleasantly surprised by not getting much marketing for it. Although Netflix should be marketing this a lot more, because got some big names in it. You can get a lot of eyes on your streaming service if more people knew about this movie coming out. And I don't feel like a lot of people do know about this movie coming out. but that's a whole nother conversation. That's all I have here for this video. Spiderhead is very good. It is a good time. It is a good sci-fi-ish, psychological thriller type movie. Fun time. That's all I have. Enjoy yourself. Guard your heart. Go watch something good.